That is the jar of names. Shall we pick a name from this jar of names? I think we shall. That's what it's there for. I've got one. Okay. So this video is for everyone, including but not excluded to Dejan Petkovic, who I believe got the name last week as well. Right, yes, so if you want to skip ahead in this episode, you can go to some stuff. Yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself. Welcome. This is a Cup of Tea in a podcast. Here's the cup of tea. And here is the podcast. Right, now what was I going to say? Yeah, if you want to get in the jar of names, comment on Cup of Adventure videos. I have started that back up again, but we'll talk about that later on. Anyway, where on my list am I looking at right now? I'm going to the skip list. Yes, so you can skip to this week's update, this week's topic, this week's question, this week's TV time, and this week's goals. Okay, then shall we get on with the update? That's completely the wrong day. Yes, here is the day. So, back to work now, obviously after half term and everything, so that's done. So it does mean I might be a little bit behind on some of my work things to do with YouTube stuff. I've got a lot of stuff to do outside of the YouTube, so it's been a bit hectic, but we should just try and get straight into it, delve into the deep end and just swim our way back up to the top, if that makes sense. Okay, topic, moving swiftly on. We are going to talk about quite a few things this week. First off, we're going to talk about the names, or maybe I shouldn't because I haven't got my thing ready. I'm just going to load it up now then. Yes, let's talk about the other thing first then. So Paris Games Week was 2 weeks ago. I was going to talk about it last week, but I forgot. I made a note on my phone, but I forgot about that note. But yeah, there's 3 things I wanted to talk about. Horizon Zero Dawn looks amazing. We got a little bit of a talking developer diary sort of thing about it, where they're talking about different things you could do to take down people. You like the story it talked about as well with the different tribes. There's one bit they were trying to do another way of capturing the gas from the grazers, those deer-like robots. Basically, they set like tripwire traps down. And it was so cool, looked amazing. Yep, so that still looks good. I think that's out next year as well, so that's quite quickly out. So that's good. None of this long waiting times. The Ratchet and Clank game of the movie trailer was released. It looks pretty good. It actually looks a lot more similar to the original Ratchet and Clank game, which I thought it was going to be a little bit less similar, but obviously similar, but a little less similar. So I'm a little bit disheartened about that. But it obviously does look still looks really good, so hopefully it'll be alright. But yeah, it just looks a little bit too much similar to the first one. Since I've played it so many times, I know it very well. So that is probably not a very good point in my books, but it does look very good still. And of course, the big game I'm really excited about is Wild. This game, looks amazing. Basically, I talked a little bit more about how it works instead of just a trailer. It was a developer diary with Michel Ancel. He was saying that you're a shaman. The world is unique to yourself. You get tattoos based on your own events. I think there's a pop-in, pop-out online, or drop-in, drop-out online feature as well. But basically, you control different animals to complete your mission. So you could take control of a eagle to use his sight to see where the snake is that you're trying to do, and you could talk to like these deities. They're not called deities; they're called something else, I think. But I think divinities maybe. But I'm going to call them deities because that's basically what they are. They're like the embodiment of the spirit of an animal. It's like a god of that animal. Like there's a snake one I saw, and we saw another one in the trailer. We saw a big lady in a tree stump, so maybe she's the tree one. We're not sure, but that's the sort of thing it is. You sort of commune with these to sort of gain their favour, I think. But yeah, looks so good. Can't wait to play it. Yes, now we can talk about this week's videos because I've got my page open now. Right, so today a podcast, we've got that, it's always on a podcast on a Monday. Later today we also should have a Harvest Moon episode called Orange You Glad, like that joke, which is like, not look who's there, orange who, Orange You Glad. It's related to something we do in the episode. Tuesday we have Bioshock, it's called Shocking Developments. Try and think about what shocking things would happen. And then Wednesday we have a Overlord Fellowship of Evil episode, not sure what to call it. It's either going to be The Walking Dead or Thriller. So you could probably guess what's in the actual episode. But yeah, if you have an opinion on which title you like better, let me know, because I'm still on the fence about it. And then Thursday, we've got Bioshock, and it's called Big Daddy Hunt, because we are hunting for Big Daddies, and I spend a lot of time trying to get them to respawn, to take their photos of them, and to kill them and get loads of money. And I think it worked out quite well in the end. And then Friday we have Harvest Moon. It's called Golden Fleece because it's related to the Sheep Festival, because obviously the golden part, and it's the Sheep Festival because of the fleece. And it's obviously related to a real-life Greek relic, or legendary relic, so something we don't know if it's true or not. Mythical relic, there we go. And then of course on Thursday we should have another Overlord Fellowship of Evil episode, which I obviously don't know what it's called yet because I haven't recorded it. I'll record that later this week. And maybe some couple of adventure videos as well, but we'll talk about that later in this topic. Right. let's go on to TV time. So, what we're talking about in this week's TV time is two things I want to talk about. BBC One shows and Supergirl. I watched Supergirl, not too bad. It's a little bit cheesy and a little bit... it's no Flash, it's no Arrow, it's no Gotham. It's a little bit... But yeah, it's alright. I watched it. I enjoy it. It's something to watch. I know, the BBC One shows, these are much better. Oh, I'm sorry. One of those is not actually a BBC One show, it's an ITV show. Ooh, that's a little bit, because two rival TV companies. Anyway, start with the BBC One show, because that's the better one of the two. It's called The Last Kingdom, based on the Bernard Cornwell novels, and I'm currently reading a Bernard Cornwell novel. Ooh, why is this hot? It's because my lamp is underneath it. Yes, I'm reading Bernard Cornwell, the Sharp series I'm reading. If you're paying attention in book club, I'm reading the Sharp series called, by Bernard Cornwell, sorry. And he's done some other books called The Making of Britain, which is about I think it's 1066, that sort of era. Oh no. And the Viking era. And this is basically set around sort of, what's his name? Vikings, that TV show. It's based a little bit like that as well, with Ulfric, the king. It's basically sort of his story from Bernard Cornwell's research, his sort of taking of that story. It's a little bit different from the actual TV show Vikings, but it's got different familiar characters like Ragnar, that's it. And it's just similar to that, where it's like that, where it's trying to defend the last kingdom of Britain. That is the thing. I think it's Wessex is the last kingdom of Britain during the Viking Dane invasion. That's the one I need to say. Yes, and the other one is called, it's on ITV1, it's called Jekyll and Hyde. It's not the best. It's good because it's very interesting, but it's compared to The Last Kingdom, it's trash. But yeah, I'm enjoying it as well. It's okay. It's getting like the Supergirl. It's not the best, but it's something you would happily watch. Interesting concept where it's the sort of like it's obviously the TV show. It's followed around someone called Jekyll, Dr. Jekyll, but he's not the Jekyll from the Jekyll and Hyde story. He is his grandson, and basically the Hyde curse has followed that family around, and it's just basically that. And it's like there's a underground sort of secret service that sort of polices monsters. So monsters are present in this universe. We have seen some actually. So he's basically It's hard to explain, but yeah, it's an interesting concept, but I don't think it's sort of well made as well as something like The Last Kingdom was. Okay, now we can get on to Mention Monday. What time are we on? 8 minutes. Let's go through this quite quickly then. So, Mention Monday. These are the people that have commented on last week's videos. Shall we go through their names? I think we shall. If you want to get in this Mention Monday list, comment between now and the weekend. Right, so we have Horia. We have Andzehelgovic Nadzada, DragonLord55511, Denny Suprawan, Logan141 and Party Player. So thank you for commenting, and I look forward to next week's when we see who is part of it. Where's our cup of tea? Actually, I'm going to have that before I carry on. What is next anyway? Q&A. Right, so we have a question from DragonLord55511 who says, "Hello sir, JDTwoSixTwo. I have a question and a riddle for you. Question. Would you like it if somebody built your Milky Brew ship out of Lego, took a picture of it and sent it to you? Yes. Is that a silly question? Of course I would. That would be amazing. If you do that, DragonLord55511, you would have a special place in my heart. Would give you something, but I don't know what I could give you. But that is something. It would go in that gallery thing that I do on this bit, where I'll show you the picture and show you what you made. But yes, definitely do it. Send me lots of pictures. I would appreciate it, my Lord of Dragons. And your riddle is, what is bought by the yard and is worn by the foot? Hint, it is an item that you use to wipe your feet on when you come inside someone's house. Used to decorate the floors of European castles and is also called by another name rug. Carpet? The walls of European castles. Carpet? I'm going to say carpet. Tapestries. I was going to say tapestries. I've come to expect the tapestries. But no, I think it's carpet. Okay, that's that then. Next up we have subscribers. We have a +2 from last week. We've got up to 1,104, and we have 2 names actually, so wow, it fits out. I like it when it fits. We've got Aj McDonald, Ronan Bodick. Yeah, so thank you for joining the community. And if you have your favourite game, write it on a piece of card and send it to me via pigeon. Right, what's next after subscribers' question? No one answered last week's question. Well, someone did, but it was nothing we didn't know already. But yes, the question was last week, if you still have any opinions on that, what do you want me to call my child in Harvest Moon? I have no idea. I have no idea for names. So let me know. And then also, what games are you looking forward to out of the ones I mentioned, out of Horizon Zero Dawn, Wild, and the Ratchet & Clank remake/reimagining? So let me know which one out of those three you like the look of the most. My one is obviously Wild. That looks so good. I can't wait. I love Michel Ansel's video games. They're really cool. He made Beyond Good and Evil, by the way, if you didn't know. And let's go on to this week's comment. This one is from Horia yet again. He says, no comment on the fact that the commander's lips did not move. Yes. Basically, this is that sort of, it's more to it than that. I'm trying to load up the picture. Here we are. Yes, I said, basically, when you're playing a game, you sort of take a blind eye to all the bugs. And I'm not sure if this was a joke or not, but he thought, oh, right, I didn't know it was a bug. He was like, I thought she was a zombie wearing a mask, like it was some sort of plot point. And it's no, the game is just terrible. That is why this recipe's coming, because it made me laugh. Because it's just a terrible game. It's not some sort of mischievous plot point. It's just a bad game. Okay, goals. So like I said earlier on, I am being quite busy, so I haven't been able to get stuff done because it's obviously back to work and stuff. Room, I've had boxes in my room for a long time, so I'm sort of still going through them. Hopefully done by tonight. Can't speak. But done by tonight. Don't know if it will be the case, but that is the goal. But you're more interested in stuff about yourselves. Last week's goal was to edit 2 episodes for Cup of Adventure. Haven't done them yet. Still got time. There's still a few hours left of today. But obviously they're going to be out probably, hopefully before, I don't know when they're going to be out, but they're going to be out soon. So this week's goal is, on top of the 2 that I haven't edited, I want to edit at least 1 more episode for this week. Next week. No, this week. That is this week, yeah. That is the goal. Whether or not it comes to fruition, we'll see. Because, like I said, I've got a lot of stuff to do. Right, I was going to say I finished this cup of tea, but I've just had a sip, so it sort of counts. But yeah, that is this week's podcast done. Not too bad, about 13 minutes. Yeah, but that is it. I don't think there's anything else to talk about. Harvest Moon this week. Beyond Good and Evil is not this week. Why am I saying that? I'm talking about Bioshock is this week, which is pretty good. I enjoyed it this week. Overlord, Fellowship of Evil, obviously record that this week as well. But you got one on Wednesday. Oh, and for those of you that are still here, I have actually got something planned for after Overlord, Fellowship of Evil. Might still be 3 playthroughs on my channel at a time, because I do like that sort of structure. But the only question is, what is it? It's not a new game. It's a very, 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 very old game. We'll sort of see when that happens. But yeah, I'll keep you updated for those that are still here. Okay then, so now it's just time to say, what film? Adventure is out there!